Overall, it is a good day. I get cut from work early. I get a ton of stuff done. I have really meaningful conversations with people who I love and trust about my business, and I had to get real about it. And I had to do a lot of thinking before I head out to New York tomorrow. And this is how I got here. Good morning, passport holders. Today is April 23rd, 2016, day 540 on the end of that one. 540 of the vlogs. And today is off to a ripping start. I was pretty scared there that I was not going to be able to get the vlog exported and begin the upload and get the thumbnail done before I left for work, because I have to leave for work even earlier than normal today, because even though it is my earlier day, when I start at noon, I have to leave at 11:24 now in order to make sure that I get there, because the 101 is closed between, I think it's like Thomas and Chaparral. So it sucks. So I'm taking McDowell up to, and actually let me start the camera for you guys. McDowell up to Hayden, and then just running that all the way up to Via de Ventura. So hopefully that way I can get there and not be too affected by the detours and everything else. Giving myself 35, really 40 minutes, all things said and done, in order to get up to the office. That stated, this shift is going to be super broken up, because I walk in, 15 minutes after I walk in, I've got a team meeting. I have no idea what that's about. I then go on break, and then my early out request got granted, and so I will be done at 3:30 this afternoon. So really excited about that. Vlog is uploaded. My hope is that I will finish all of the uploads from my channel into the tools today while I'm at work, although that might not happen because it is such a fragmented shift today. But all said, it's a good start to the day because I did get the vlog exported. It is currently uploading, and I will be able to handle some of the other additionals while I am in the office. But now let's show you guys a different way on how I get to work and how I drive to old school Scottsdale. Well, with that accident on Hayden, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer than I would have liked. That stated, I will get in the office on time, so I'm happy about that. Going home should be much easier, and the fact that the entire 101, 202 system is open south and westbound, so that's a good thing. Alright, let's go do this 3.5 hour shift and then bounce out on my weekend, and my long weekend at that. I've got Tuesday off as well. At this point, I've got a caption review that I need to do now for Clintus's channel, since that came through, and then obviously I've got to finish episode 200 of the Ask Gary V show. So hopefully not a ton of work ahead of me tonight. If I can hit that stuff off, I'd be pretty pumped, and I may take a couple of hours to just play Destiny and wind down so that I can have something that reflects a weekend during this weekend, since tomorrow isn't, and then Monday and Tuesday won't either. So yeah. Alright guys, it is currently 3:12 a.m. Sorry about that. My memory card got full, so we're currently looking at 3:16 a.m. Since I got back from work, it's been a kind of weird afternoon and evening. On the drive home, I called back Mo. Mo had called me while I was actually at work and on the floor, and I hadn't had my phone on silent, so it actually blurted out, which was kind of embarrassing, but it happens from time to time on the floor. You hear probably about 2 or 3 times on a shift somebody's phone just completely lighting up, but I didn't get in trouble for it, so easy enough. That said, I called Mo back, and we had a lot of conversations. Mo is now like 6-7 weeks into his job, his new job, since he got back after his extended vacation in Southeast Asia and India. And so, catching up with him and hearing how things are going, that was very interesting. He was super interested in where I was at. He had already thought that I was actually in New York. And I told him that, no, I make the flight tomorrow, and then I'll have my meeting on Monday to try and talk some things over. And so when I kind of explained where things were at and what had happened in the past couple of weeks, he had some really interesting thoughts, something that I really needed to consider. And my father, who I had my weekly phone call with as well, after he heard about all the details of everything that had happened this weekend, obviously hearing what happened 2 weeks ago, he had some very interesting thoughts. And so I was in the process of doing the captions when I called my dad, and so I needed to take a little break. So I took a couple of hours just to kind of think things through. I really needed to get my head wrapped around the stuff and how things were. And I think I found a good spot. I really, truly do. It's something that I'm comfortable with going into New York and going into VaynerMedia's offices and, pitching and seeing if I can make work within their expectations. That said, it is 3:18 a.m., whatever it is now. I've got to be up in 4 hours in order to be at least ready to go to the storage unit. They're supposed to give me a half-hour heads up before they get there, so that I can at least drive down there. I'm going to try and be in the neighborhood already, though, so that it can be as quick as possible. So that said, thank you guys for your time and your attention and understanding, and given the fact that this is another short episode in all likelihood. I do feel bad about that, but when there's work to be done and there's a ton of pre-work to do before I go to New York, this kind of stuff was going to happen. I'm expecting a much better set of videos once I get out there. Tomorrow is jam-packed as well, so I beg you, please stick around for a little while longer. Things will get to be a lot more fun. All of that said, thank you again for your time and your attention. I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.